Okay, so what do I think? I, if you want my opinion, I said this a few times already, but I look at it like this. On policy, Clinton is only marginally better. Truly, she is. If you were to lay out 100 issues, it would be something like Clinton 53, Trump 47. And that score is a reflection of the fact that as a leftist, I really do not agree with much of Clinton's policy views. I think they're both on the extreme right. And while I'm going to agree more with Clinton on rights issues and economics issues, I'm going to agree more with Trump on foreign policy, okay? This is because Trump has a center-right foreign policy and an extreme-right domestic policy, whereas Clinton only has a center-right domestic policy and an extreme-right foreign policy. So they both have their extreme-right aspects and they both have their moderate-right aspects. They're both on the right, right? I'm on the left, they're both on the right. And it really balances out in a way that's not. It doesn't really give her that much of an advantage. If I thought that foreign policy was more important than domestic policy right now, I might even flip that over. Right? I might even say that, okay, maybe Clinton wins in raw numbers, but foreign policy is more important to me, so you should vote for Trump, right? I would actually make the opposite argument right now. Partly because I don't really actually think Trump is going to be that different on foreign policy, right? Like, I might agree with what Trump says more on paper. I don't think that he's actually going to follow through with any of it. I think he's going to be a puppet, much like Bush, right? Go find some quotes of Bush in the, I guess it was the 1999 election. The 2000 election. He doesn't believe in nation building, right? He thinks that the military is overstretched and needs to come home. It's out there, look for it. It's legit. He was saying these things. In fact, if you do the comparison, you'll see that Bush and Trump really sound a lot very, very similar to each other. And I think that it's insane to expect that Trump will be different than Bush, okay? But I mean, if you want me to sit down and actually look at the policies and take the policies seriously, I'm going to have points of extreme disagreement with both of them, and points of only mild disagreement with both of them. And it really doesn't balance out to have one have a clear, preference than the other. She really, truly barely edges him on policy, if it's purely about policy. But it's not purely about policy. And that's the difference, okay, is that he's a full-throttle retard, and she's merely kind of naive. Now, I don't mean temperament. I'm not trying to just repeat the propaganda here. What I'm talking about is intelligence. Again, Trump will not make a single substantive decision on his own. He's not going to stop the TPP. He's not going to build a wall. He's not going to pull out of NATO. He's a puppet. He's a pawn. He's a rubber stamp. And the people behind him, the war criminals of the Republican Party establishment, will treat him like the idiot that he is. You're not even voting for Mike Pence. You're voting for Dick Cheney. You're voting for Ted Cruz, okay? Clinton, on the other hand, is at least marginally in control. The struggle with Clinton is to try and temper her idealism and get her to see things a little more realistically, to pull her away from her manifest destiny. Assad will not necessarily lose. America will not necessarily win. It's going to be hard to do that, okay? To get her to take off her rose-colored glasses. But there is a fundamentally rational, intelligent person underneath this warped utopian vision of things. And this concept of, this losing the plot on the is-ought question, right? So it's not temperament, it's raw intelligence. I don't like either of them, okay? They're both right-wing, lying, demagogic, corrupt hyper-capitalists. But one of them is a legit basket case institutional moron. And the other one isn't. That's my take on it anyways.